Howdy folks, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Civilization number 6, which we're currently playing as Alexander of the Macedonians. My name is Sonelias, and let's hope you get to enjoy today's episode. So where did we leave off? So our capital here is Pella. We're currently producing a bank in here, as you can see. Let's just close that down. So we've actually expanded here into Saudi Arabia. We built ourselves a new city here, which is called Alexandria Troas. Hopefully we'll be able to connect up to the Amphipolis city there shortly. We still got, of course, that nice territory down here. But I think actually the Aztec are getting a bit more aggressive in terms of actually their building of military units. It might be something that we need to do something about. But we also need to maintain, of course, our relationships with the Carthaginians here. In terms of exposure to other nations, the Americans are down here in modern-day Australia. We just got into contact here with the Persians, who seem to occupy Southern America, present-day Southern America, I should say. But our caravel is still exploring here the Atlantic Ocean. Let's go over to the next turn and let's see what that brings us. Should be completing some other buildings and so forth. So my builder here is able to build a logging camp. Let's get that built. Increasing the industrial output of Dijon. Now let's really move on to the next turn. Ooh, Persia's denounced the evil deeds of Poland. I guess the Poles must be evil in the game for some reason. Whether that's because they send all the missionaries over, I'm not quite sure. So there's some movement here. Okay, so we've gotten a eureka moment. Great. Let's choose new production in deal. Do you want to go for military units here? I think it could be quite useful. We've got a encampment here anyways. In this city here. Probably going to be able to benefit from a district here, so let's build that in... Where do I want to do it? Do I want to build it down here or up here? Let's build it down here. Right, and this city here, again, I probably want to build something that's quite useful here. Military unit. And then maybe later on I'll build the Forbidden City here, or maybe in my capital. I think it's going to have to be up there in T1, because I believe it has to be next to the city itself. Alright, what am I going to do with this particular guy here? Have we got any food stock that is not being harvested yet? Not over here, it looks like. I do have some fish here that could use exploiting. So I'm going to move it over there. Let's see what I can do with them there. And I had moved this unit out here, looking for barbarians. I'm not seeing any, unfortunately. A trade route. Where do I want to send this gentleman to? Let's send him to Lisbon. Lisbon has always been a good source of revenue. Let's move on to the next turn again to get that bank built in our capital, and to see whether I can actually build the Forbidden City maybe here. Which I pretty much doubt, but yeah, we can always look into it. Okay. Time is progressing. Further unit movements here near Carthage. Of course, a eureka moment has been achieved, because of course us building an extra bank. A trade route is asking us where we want to send them. Well, let's send them to Lisbon again. Like I said, Lisbon is a highly profitable trade route in terms of money output. No luck here, so I think what I'll do, I actually pull this unit back and maybe put him on the border here. Let's put him actually at the crossroads here, so at least it's easier for me to move him around. Okay. Another city. In this instance, my capital allows me to choose a production item. Yeah, and just like I thought, it has to be next to the city itself. So there's yeah, key resources next to the city. So I'm not going to do that over here, I think. But I do need to start considering building an entertainment complex. I think doing that over here at the waterfront would be beneficial. Maybe inland would be better. So let's buy that square and let's build it here. Just because, yeah, I'm short of yeah, entertainment in my city as such. This instance highlights the housing situation as well, which, yeah, I only got a issue within pretty much all my cities, as you can see. The Aztec have switched over to Merchant Republic. Aztec have switched over to a new era, so from medieval to Renaissance, or Renaissance, whatever you want to call it. Next turn again. Looks like, was there an upturn in the number of turns required? I thought it just said 5 and now it's back to 6. Okay. Look at what the Poles are doing here. There's a significant military force traveling through modern day Saudi Arabia here. I'm not sure whether I should be worried about this or not. Interesting. Quite interesting.
What can be labeled, packaged.
Right, we researched mass production. Let's deal with that in just a minute. But our capital city again has got another trade route we can establish here. Valletta, we have not traded with yet, it looks like. Carthage we have traded with, and I think I actually am going to go for Carthage because, yeah, it's an established trade route, but we also get production output boosts from there. And like I said, we need to get that fish over here exploited. There's more fish slightly further up from there, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Let's have a look. What can we actually go for next? We could, of course, go for gunpowder. I think gunpowder would be a good military choice for us to go with. So let's get gunpowder researched. And here we're going to go for the workshop. I want to basically increase my industrial output. And at the same time in Teotihuacan, I don't have my industrial zone here yet, but of course I could go for... I guess I'm facing pretty much the same issue here as in my capital. There's lots of beneficial resources next door to where I am at the moment, which I'd have to either tear down, or maybe I just need to go for a different item. So let's go and build ourselves some walls here first. Okay, military unit has been built here. Moving that to that front line like I said I wanted to do. Let's maybe keep them here in this square, because of course that contains roads, which makes, yeah, the movement significantly easier. As you can see, I already got a bit of a, yeah, military front established here. Units all over to, of course, keep the enemy out. Building a spy here in Azpotzalco. A news item has revealed that Persia has denounced evil deeds of India. Okay, at first they denounced Poland, now they denounced India as well. No, I don't think I've met actually India yet. Interesting. So probably India will be established in, I guess, North America. Okay, so let's fortify that unit over here. So as far as I can see, there's 4 Aztec cities here. Moving on to the next turn. Another military unit being built down here. Plus, of course, me having a catapult down here. Now, why would I have a catapult in my capital city? I should really move them up here, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. Let's move them up from our current location here. So let's move them to here, for example. It's going to take about 8 turns, just because my road network is, yeah, of that quality that it Just needs a bit of time. And again, Hippospist has been built, and again I'm going to be moving that to the front line here. It's going to take a few turns. Let's choose a new item of production. I can choose, for example, an aqueduct here. Again, I'd have to basically tear down some of the other bits that you see next to here. Forbidden City is going to take an age to basically construct. Same with the Venetian Arsenal. Let's get maybe the shipyards in place first. Or the armory. Armory maybe first. Yep. Which city am I going to target for espionage? Well, let's go to my capital city. And let's actually do counter espionage in there. So I'm moving the unit first here, and once it actually is there, I should be able to establish a new item of what it should be doing. So again, I'm going to be building some walls here to help with the defense of that city. Okay, so they were trying to siphon money off from my capital, and then they got killed. So, okay, good. So still the Poles are being a bit of a pain. No. I'm still not quite sure what to think of all those military units of theirs just along my border here. Maybe what I should do is just get in touch with them and just ask them to remove those military units. That might be a sensible thing to do. Discussion. What makes you think I would make that kind of promise? Well, that's quite nice of them, isn't it? Alright, you're not interested in my embassy? That's fine. You don't need to. Right, so the French at least allow me to construct an embassy. Of course, I look at myself, which is, yeah, like looking in a mirror. Okay. Right, we got a few embassies established now. That should give us more insight, like for example into Washington, what's going on. But let's have a look at this particular city here. Let's build ourselves that armory here, I think. Further items of construction here. I could of course build a wall here, but I'd like to say I don't think it's necessary, but there could well be a need for it. Let's build ourselves a builder here first. Get access to some of those extra resources that we see listed here. Actually, we already built one, so let's get that niter, and let's get those sheep in a second as well. Alright, this military unit here, I'm actually going to put on alert. Let's have a look at this city here. I'm actually working on a workshop here at the moment. Establishing a connection between those two cities. So at least I got a open line of movement there. A love leader who's surrounded by an impressive military role. Thank you, Jodwiga. Is there a deception afoot? I prefer it when I'm the one providing the intrigue. Deception of what kind? Persia has built a Gurdwana in Shari Humis. Well, I'm not quite sure what that is, but I'm assuming it's some kind of building of theirs. Specialized building of the Persians. Another Eureka moment has been triggered. Civics. Okay. It's fine, let's choose a new civic we want to focus in on. In this instance we're going to go for, I think, nationalism would be an interesting one. Okay. An additional spy. Camp improvements give it additional production. Triangular trade. Okay. Actually, mercantilism gives me quite nice benefits there. Now we can build ourselves an arena, which will give us additional amenity boosts. Alright, I'm quite happy with where I am at the moment, but what I'm going to focus in on here is really the counter-espionage in our banking sector. And there's our spy, dressed up nicely. Niter mining is being established here. And again, we can go to the next turn to see where we are at present. Alright, so the Poles are attacking someone. I must attract the indigenous surrender quickly so that the end may is without bloodshed. Interesting. Jadwiga declared a surprise war against me. How unnice of you. Well, actually, not nice at all, I should probably say. Interestingly enough, I had just moved some of my military units away from my cities, but okay. Let's move some of these units back towards where I can actually make some use of them. Let's move this unit here, for example, down here as well. As you can see, it's going to take a little bit of time to get those units in place. Again, I'm going to move this unit away from the front line there. Alright, let's buy some units maybe as well. So purchase, production purchase. Let's buy ourselves... What do we want to buy for ourselves? Let's buy ourselves maybe a... I don't think I've got a knight yet, so our first knight would be quite interesting to see. Epispist is, of course, giving you a 36 melee strength, 2 movement, 48 melee strength. Yeah, let's go for that one. And maybe at the same time, because they're actually coming in from the sea, Caravel will be useful as well. Of course, do have some military units here, which you can already basically bring into play here. Can I actually buy multiple units here? Let's say I want to buy myself another crossbowman. Yep. Because I basically got my encampment as well as the city here, I can actually buy multiple in the city. And again, I can actually use military units here to counter them as such. Brussels is also in play here. Interesting. So it would potentially be beneficial if I were to build here a wall, which I cannot do at the moment yet. Oh well. Okay. I do have some other units around here that I can bring towards the front line. I'm not even sure why I still have that unit here. Let's just move him back into the city here. Should beef up the strength a little bit, but not massively. Again, I can actually probably use that unit here to move forward. What have we got here? A trader. I can actually attack that trader there. Actually, that was a crossbowman. Genevan crossbowman. I thought it was attacking the trader, but okay, that's fine. Carthage declared war upon Geneva. Housing issues, amenities, Impella. Geneva declared war upon me, that's fine. Housing issue, amenities. Alright, let's go on to the next turn and see what is going to happen here near my capital. Ah, they're bringing one of their generals into play. Interesting. There is an Aztec missionary here for Sikhism. And this unit here, I'm going to heal up as such. This unit here, do I want to bring that to the front or do I want to use my horsemen first? I'll use the horsemen first. Soften them up a little bit. So I suffered 29 damage, they suffered 33 damage. And again, I'm doing quite nice amounts of damage against them here, even with my previously damaged units already. Okay, let's put further pressure onto them. Let's go and use this unit here. Or can I use the guys here first? Yeah, I can actually fire straight at them already, can't I? Let's take out that catapult, at least put pressure onto that catapult there. This guy here is going to take out that spearman. It's my first knightly action. Is vanquish their foe. Ooh. Alright, another Eureka moment, always interesting to have. Got more military units here that I can push towards the front line here. Ooh, let's see if I can take out that trader. Let's plunder that trade route. 61 gold plundered. Let's just keep on attacking their units there. Reducing their strength quite nicely. And of course, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I could actually go towards that rice paddy here. And I could potentially buy that with my Dion city here. Right, I got another trader here. What do I want to do with these guys here? Let's go and build a bit slightly better road network towards Teotihuacan to be able to move military units from that front line back down here. That was interesting though, because I thought she was quite happy with my relationships. Oh well, let's see what we can do other than this. So it's only a relatively small wave of units she sent my way. I'm not quite sure what she's intending on doing then. Our unit needs orders. Let's move this one inland. At least get them inland, so at least I can start utilizing them on the front here as well. America's denounced the evil deeds of Poland. Good. Well, thank you. They plundered one of my... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Not really great, but yeah, it was to be expected, because yeah, when you're at war, trade routes get plundered. Your large city is being overcrowded. It's time to start planning for your suburbs. Yeah, that's fine. Like I already said, that was to be expected at some point or another. Let's try to take down these knights here. Let's see, heal up. And this unit here is fine where it is, I think. Perfect. Putting more pressure onto them, applying more damage to them. This guy here is able to, of course, move down. This guy here is going to attack their catapult. And I was able to take them out. Good. Further units being pushed to the front. Production here. What do we want to focus in on? Let's get ourselves in this instance an archaeological museum. Moving this unit further south. And this looks to be Polish territory here, doesn't it? So if I can start actually putting some pressure on them by they taking out some of their resources, that'll be useful. This one here is going to be another 33 turns until they acquire that square. So I'm just going to leave that where it stands. I'm actually going to put in a farm here to give them that extra bit of food output. I'm putting pressure on those knights there. Got more units at sea, so let's put some pressure on those units as well. Cool. Slaughtered them. Good. Again, it does highlight the point that some of these cities are a bit exposed over here. So hopefully we'll be able to move that unit back into the city shortly. To, of course, help defend that city itself, because at the moment it has got no walls, so yeah, like I said, it's exposed. Other military units here that I was planning on moving down. And let's get on to the next turn again. Ouch. They took out our Hapaspist. Interesting. They're interested in my niter. They want open borders. Or they're gonna offer me open borders, but I'm not really interested in actually trading my niter away, so I'm actually gonna refuse that deal for the moment being. My thoughts here are, as long as I'm in control of the niter in my city, that's gonna give me an advantage. Perfect, gunpowder. So let's see, can I actually buy one of those units straight off the bat? It's slightly more expensive than I thought, which is, yeah, it's okay, I think. It's not really great, but yeah, okay. I can work with that. Cool. Took them down. This guy here has been repaired, it looks like. Let's automate their actions and get this guy here towards the front as well. I can actually upgrade him to a knight as well. Would be beneficial, I think. Upgrade has been purchased. This guy can actually be upgraded to a other military unit. Do I want to upgrade some of these or not? Let's actually keep on attacking them there. This guy here can be upgraded. Let's upgrade him indeed. Pushing this guy forward to basically create a bit of counter pressure against them there. Cool. Now it does look like I've got more crossbowmen already here already. Let's attack their crossbowmen with mine. Now what do I want to do here? Do I actually get myself some extra login operations into play? I think would be beneficial, yeah? Extra military output there. The knights themselves, I need to basically repair them a little bit. I need to put more pressure onto their naval units here. Well, it's not necessarily naval units, but it's their naval transport, more so to speak. Alright, this guy here. Alright, I'm going to basically put them on alert. That exposes part of their military units here. Now it would be nice if you could somehow basically fund these barbarians to basically put more pressure onto your enemies like that. That'd be an interesting thing to do in a game. Let's build up here our military units slightly further by basically building a military engineer here. I think would be useful. Allows me to build some fortifications and so forth. And let's go for the iron casting or metal casting in this instance. Now, before we're going to move on to the next turn, I think it's a good idea to basically call it a day. So I'd like to say thanks again for joining me. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. And yeah, let's see whether I can actually see you again on the next episode. In the meantime, feel free to leave some comments down below. And of course, if you liked it, click the like button. Otherwise, then yeah, like I said, have a good day. Bye-bye.